So we'll go ahead and get this stream started, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna see if, you know, after all that nonsense, if instead of having a normal stream, we see that same junk again. If they haven't fixed anything, you know, they're screwing around, you know, and that's the point. You should see a normal trending. You should see those numbers go up and down. It shouldn't be some weird thing. So appreciate you guys watching through this and you know, hanging around through the harsh reality that I have to put out there for YouTube to realize how serious this all is. We'll do a run first, I guess, and see how that goes. And what we'll do is yeah, I'll try that. There we go. I'll just turn the difficulty up a little bit, give it a shot. So again, with this sort of thing, we should see those numbers. We should see a normal trending, or else they have intention. Not allow kids on this channel, by the way. Stay off this channel. And if you come in my chat and you see that you have a picture of like a freaking kid on your channel, you're getting blocked. Depending on the context, you're getting reported too. So yeah, we clearly have, I mean, we're 3 minutes in this whole time for YouTube. We usually see that concurrent. Yeah, that's what's weird, like, why would there always just be a one concurrent? And then an interjection, and that just completes to nothing. Well, even if we have a good stream and we don't talk about what they do is they screw around with the next stream and then they promote the one that has all the yelling and stuff. Like that's always been the point. The more we yell, the more we continue to show. You see what happens, like they promote the heck out of that. And half the time we'll have a lot of people in here probably, but they're just not chatting. And so YouTube will sit here and hide those views, even though they know people are in here. Because, you know, that's the point of hiding. I remember like a few times said hi or tried to put the stream on for a while and eventually just said hi. And I was like, oh hey man, what's up? And like the sort of thing where like I'll ask him like, how long and he'll be like, oh, you know, like half an hour or something like that, you know? And then I'll be like, well, gee, that's funny because, you know, like for like the past half hour, the stream has said nobody's watching, you know? And so, like, that's the sort of thing where, like, you really gotta question that. You really gotta, like, they're just lying for a half hour. So, like, that's what they're doing right now. See how it just is there? Stream's not private, it's... Snap. That was my bad. That's alright. It was definitely a harder difficulty. So we just gotta keep going and try it again. Wow! 100. Yeah. Alright. Here we go. 6 minutes and still 0. I wonder how long they're gonna be doing that. I mean, that's like, you can, we're in a vertical swipe feed, you can really see the line. And not to mention the fact that I have been watching the stream since we started, because I expected this. So they're just lying. And then you see one concurrent. You wanna know a little secret? A little secret? I made that up. Yep. So I made it up, yet the moment I make it up, the very second I make that up and I say that, we see a concurrent come on the stream. Oh, wow, imagine that. Gotcha. Yep, gotcha. And not only that, there's been times where I have said this and that's been true, and they still didn't count the view. I literally showed that I was watching, and like literally they're like, oh. And then like suddenly you'll just see like a clump of people all of a sudden come in. Almost like, again, the person that is supposed to reset web cache is intentionally loading the shit. Gee, I wonder who that is. I wonder if it's the same person that's been harassing me and sits and goes around. So, the thing you're supposed to realize is that he sends a lot of my viewers to other channels, and then these people pick up on it, and basically, like, they sort of, like, take advantage of, like, the content that I'm making, like, where they start making even the content that, like, I would have made or something like that. Like, I see evidence of that. So that's why I was talking about, like, you know, Ulgrit the Fire Lord a little bit, where that guy, like, I don't have anything really against him. I don't, like, hate him or dislike him or anything. They just, like you have to, but you have to realize at what point he started kind of doing that too, where he was just, like, filming the ground, staring at his feet, and we all know who does that, and he did a bunch of streams like that. And then, like, when you look at his content way back was stuff like, playing guitar, and he actually was like really cool, and like that was cool content, and like he was getting good views on it, and he did some really nice review videos for like some tech stuff. I actually think he had the same headset that I ended up getting at one point too, but he actually got it before me, and I didn't even realize that. So like, the point is, like, you see these people, like, the point is, at some point, he thought that was the case. Somebody convinced him, like, maybe that's what I was doing, or something like that, and he was actually believing it. So he started, like, playing games and, like, copying the format and stuff like that. He started paying attention to me and Michael Does Life and just, like, copying some of the things that we're doing. Because he decided in his mind we were toxic. So he was going to take that audience But that actually is toxic. That's the toxic part. Stealing someone's audience. Like people tune in for this. The point is, they're watching. You know, meanwhile, they pretend to hate it and be all, like, offended, but they're watching it. It's funny how I got YouTube now with that. You see how quickly, like, they're clearly listening, and like they clearly do that. Like, you see it. Basically, like, what I've been kind of proving here and, like, talking about is that, like, there's a lot of people on this platform that are really unprofessional, and they're trying to mask it and make it seem like I'm the unprofessional one, when I'm being honest with you. I'm professional with them until they don't do anything, they don't answer, they literally don't back up their own policies, and Scammer Payback proves that they do the same thing. Like, that's my point. Like, all they had to do was respond to the email and say, well, we don't take personal cases. I'm sorry that that's happening. And then, like, direct me in the right direction. But instead, they just don't answer. I think that's really messed up. And not only that, but, like, that's unprofessional. And my point is that, like, that's all you had to do. And I sent a really nice email. I thought that was it was a nice long email, explain the situation. I thought it was a nice email. It was professional. I was asking. And just like with YouTube being professional at first too, until they just don't answer, don't do anything. Clearly, like, haven't done anything X amount of time, just don't do anything. Really bad things happen. I already explained to people that you can't put these things, like, I already tried that. You can't put, like, people's names and certain things into, like, words that can be blocked in chat. Like, you just can't do that. Like, that actually ends up giving the scammers what they want. Like, there's all kinds of reasons why you can't do that, and that actually makes people's data vulnerable. Like, there's reasons why they're doing this. They're trying to get more people's data. Like, they're trying to get me to do those things, and I'm not going to do those things. You have to understand, a lot of these other streamers, like, they make those mistakes, and I'm not making those mistakes. They're trying to get me to. So, you know, like, you see this expression here. I don't really have any viewers. We're not, like, yelling about stuff. You know, like, the point is, we're 14 minutes into the stream now. There's nothing in here. You know, like, they're sitting here censoring the stream based on what I did on the previous stream, and you see how they promoted that stream. They promoted the ones where I'm yelling. We get huge groups of people and stuff like that. And then meanwhile, and also when we're reacting something that's like from Adam Schiff's channel, and he has a shitload of viewers because obviously it's Adam Schiff. People love that dude. So therefore, we get a shitload of injection of people, and that's fine. But that's kind of my point. You see, we get that trending, but then they start lying about it and trying to restrict it. I mean, you saw it. And you see the censorship here, where they don't really have any reason. They haven't really said anything, like, just talking this time, you know, like, and just talk about literally the things that I've been seeing, and you see this actually. So if they're so afraid, you know what I mean? If they're so afraid of what they're doing, why are they doing it? And why do they continue doing this thing if it's not the correct thing to do? Man, this is a tough mode. Let me tell you what, I gotta get some of these other. We'll just keep trying it though. Yeah, it's a tough difficulty, man. So when we did the atom shifting, we were watching the atom shift thing, we had 35 people instantly in the stream. 35. You saw it at the beginning of the stream. You saw it. And we had, I think the previous one was like 22, right? Yeah. And this stream, 1. Yeah, I wonder who that is. I wonder if, again, remember, the person that's been doing all of this, that should be fixing it, isn't. Hasn't. And remember, read some of those comments I posted. Basically what they did was, for the longest time, they would cause this problem for the processing of the stream. So the stream wouldn't process as I'm streaming properly. So then, it only processed after I finish, and thus you see the problem where it's causing all these things to happen, where it should have just been processing during the stream, but really didn't do much of that. Almost like the system lied to itself, because it does do that. And the point is, before I would have to sit there and reprocess the video 3 times in a row, and it would literally, like, it would be like something stupid, like an hour and 15 minutes, like something that should be processed pretty much by the time you're finished streaming it. It doesn't make any sense that it's not. And so basically, they sat here and, basically started doing this thing where, like, you know, the stream wouldn't process. It wouldn't process 3 times in a row. I would try to restart it. And then on the 3rd time I restarted it, no lie, the 3rd time it would instantly process. Basically, it didn't do anything the other times. It just didn't work, it timed out, didn't work, timed out. And then the 3rd time, it instantly processes the entire stream. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Why did it fail the 3rd time then? Or the 2nd time, I mean. Why did it fail the 2nd time then? It just instantly works How does that make any sense? It doesn't, man. And so, like, I just started picking up on the fact that, that was happening. And, I started calling that out, and so he started changing everything he was doing, and I caused him to surface, basically, and he started showing us who he was. And basically, like, that's all that's been happening is I always knew that this person was doing this and causing problems for people, but I didn't know why or who, and so, like, basically I had to do a lot of things to get this person to surface, and sure enough, like, you see enough evidence at this point to know, yeah, everything's working opposite on my channel. Like, literally, like, cancel rhythm, full bloom, and this person is doing it. He's doing it to everybody. And who knows what kind of agenda he has or something like that, with all those threats that were allowed to be made and stuff like that for, you know, very long time. And all the things that we've seen, you know, literally just happening that shouldn't happen. Like I said, that would definitely cause problems, and it did, and that's what we saw in that most recent stream, was that, like, the stream, after I finished it, it had said it only started processing. After, like, are you kidding? So basically, the entire time I was streaming, it wasn't processing. So, like, that's the, like, it was, like, processing and starting, it's like, oh. So, yeah, it wasn't. And this is the point, this is why he's shifting the bitrate around all over the place. That's why he's doing it. Because my bitrate doesn't do that, so he makes it do that. So therefore the stream gets flagged and doesn't process like it should. That bitrate should be fucking doing that, and he knows it. So yeah, like that's all I've been calling out. You see this episode? Man, like you see it for what now? There's just been one person in here? Oh yeah, right. Oh yeah, right. They're censoring that. That's fine. We've seen evidence of it. It's fine. There's probably plenty of people. There's probably a ton of people. There's a point, I said at the beginning that we were watching plenty of times, 365 watching for like X amount of time, and you know, we're able to confirm that he had been watching for some amount of time. And it wasn't something that like, you know, like we like set up or anything like that. Like it was literally just like he was already in the stream, and it was like, oh my god. Yeah, so like just let's get that out of the way. Like that was nothing that like was premeditated or anything like that. Sure he would, you know, be willing to confirm that if that was going on, you know, like that's pretty crazy. And you know, he does say, he does come in here and wonder what's going on with the fact that I don't have super chats and I don't have member only access and stuff like that. Like I should have access to member only streams. I don't. And I meet the prerequisite, I easily meet the prerequisite. They don't allow me access to these things that I meet the prerequisite for and have never done that. And I filled out their stupid little forms. I filled it out like 4 different times. So yeah. Scam after scam after scam. And basically, like, it's clear to me that if I send in a report to YouTube that they premeditatively disagree with, they ignore it and delete all evidence of it. That I've kind of realized. That's kind of what they, like, sort of seem to be doing. You know, like I said, if I send a report in that they premeditatively sort of kind of disagree with, or they're sitting here kind of watching the stream, they just sort of ignore it. That's why, like, for X amount of time, when I was sending in those reports, you know, like the first, like, whole year I was streaming and having problems and stuff, they just were completely ignoring it. And, like, I was being nice, I wasn't, like, initially, yeah. But then, like, when you just, like, completely ignore somebody for, like, an entire year, like, you're a piece of shit. And that's what, like, that's why I started picking up on certain scammers around me. They started doing the same thing all around this. Like, just complete ghosting. And it's like, oh, okay, well, that's fine. Like, I'll expect you to respond eventually, but, like, you just completely ghost somebody. Yeah, don't expect them to... You know what I mean? Like, you get what I'm saying. Don't expect them to think that you're not... Especially, like, when, like, something like that's going on and it's, like, really serious. Don't expect them to think that you're not involved. That's very suspicious. Like, when people are in danger, like, actually in danger, and you have policies for it, like, that's... And then, like, if I say that, you, like, shift my bitrate around and show evidence that, like, you're doing things. Like, how many times has this happened where we've proven this? That, like, conveniently shifting the bitrate around as I say that, or other things, you know, that make them guilty. Countless. You know, like, we've lost count. I mean, it's basically most of the time I've been on this platform, there's been something going on. Most, not all. Because again, we've had normal times. We've had, remember, like, it always starts with lots of trending, we get lots of, and then all of a sudden, the scams start, the game breaks, you can't launch it, can't play it, something happens. And then you try to get the developers involved, and slowly but surely, it's almost like the scam develops itself into something that would cause data to be leaked, either data to be leaked or people to be frustrated in a way, almost like somebody's orchestrating a scam to make somebody look like a scammer, if that makes sense. Again, we would have normal times, like Hitman 3, totally normal. You know, like we had lots of trending, and then all of a sudden, bam, after I'm calling out a lot of the stuff in the closed technical test, and like I show that I can do that, I show I have credible things, it's almost like they were trying to discredit that. Or I could sit there and I could actually help developers with stuff, and they were taking those criticisms. I think they were really valid. A lot of people were saying that it was valid stuff. I had a good following of people for the Hitman 3 community, and then all of a sudden the game wouldn't launch for X amount of time. Oh, just all of a sudden. And then I got harassed. After posting to their community on Facebook, I got harassed on my channel. Literally harassed. People came in and trolled me. And all I was doing was playing the game. Like, I wasn't even, like I was just, you know what I mean? Like, not that game, but, like, playing a game. I wasn't even really talking about it. I was just saying how, like, they didn't sort of, like, really help me. They just sort of kind of said, well, we can't figure it out. See ya. And so, like, it was the sort of thing where it told whoever broke this game, haha, I can do it again. And that, like, that was my point. And so, like, they disappeared for a while, I think, when they fixed it, because they got worried they were gonna figure out who did it. So, yeah, like, and they did this with Hearthstone too, where you could clearly see there were so many times where that person, when they were on my channel pretending to be my friend, they would show up right away when something would happen in Hearthstone and try to, like, really be all over that. And then also there were several times where it was very obvious somebody was cheating. And like how many times is it gonna happen when you report something to Blizzard that you get into a game with somebody that actually is cheating, that actually, like, and I'm not talking about like the mistake I made one time where I screwed up, and I even said that. I said I screwed up, my bad, and I called it out. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about all the other times where I individually called out actual cheaters that were roping and creating animation glitches where I could clearly attack with things, and they were making it so I couldn't. So this person was doing that. That's why they would show up, and that's why they really loved it when I accidentally called something out and was wrong one time. They really loved that, because that person was always doing that. And so I just learned that they were following around somebody that was close to me for a while and lied to this person. Basically, they probably got him to believe something or told him like some things. Basically, I was able to figure out, you know, that they were following this person around, contacting them, and causing problems for my relationship with this person. And that's what they were doing actually for a while, and that's how they started this whole thing, is with that. And that's very serious. That's extremely serious. You have no idea how serious that is. So anyway, fast forward, you know, we obviously started just like gaining trending and stuff like that. We started doing other stuff. You know, like the whole point is that I played Hearthstone because I was actually extremely good at it. And I was winning 8-9 games at a time. And then all of a sudden, when all this started, all of a sudden, I would never win more than one game, and I kept calling out obvious scams where I would draw all the same cards, swap them out, get the same ones back. Like, it was just obvious things where the game doesn't function that way. Like literally obvious things that, like, they would have fixed, they've dealt with before, glitches I've seen before, but they fixed, like once or twice, and then even said they fixed it. You know, like things like that. And so, like, almost like this person was fucking with updates. So, you know that cleaner I told you about? He's using that. That's what he's doing. When you use that, he's using it to unupdate certain things. So like you have to pay for the. So I don't know if he works for that software or he developed it. He's a developer for that software. But it is possible that that's what he's doing, where he's trying to force you to buy that software. Yeah, that was I stood on the red shit. He's trying to force you to buy that software just so that you can update all these things that are unupdated that Windows should update for you. They're things that Windows should update. It's like, you know, the .NET framework, the C++ stuff. Not .NET, sorry, C++, distributable, my bad. It's that stuff, it's a few other things, but the point is, it's some pretty important stuff that would cause some problems, obviously, for games and shit like that. And that software is conveniently telling you to up. And so, like, I never saw it do that. And remember, after telling a certain streamer about it one time, that cleaner never worked the same ever again. Never again. Not ever. It's loaded with ads. Ads that literally are the reason why you're using it. So it loads you up with more, so that way it defeats the purpose of using it. And that's the point. They don't appreciate that. How does that make any sense? They wouldn't appreciate that. It's never supposed to happen. And so, like, it lists like 4 or 5, 6 things sometimes that are completely unupdated. And I'm like, wow. Wow. Windows isn't that trash. Like Windows isn't that trash. Like, I know Microsoft, I know Windows 10 is trash, but it's not that trash. Like, somebody's doing that. I even said as we neared Windows 11, Windows 10 would become stable. I said that. And that's true. That always happens. Like, what are you gonna realize? This person somehow is effectively breaking Elden Ring, breaking the Series X, breaking YouTube, breaking Windows, literally breaking OBS, breaking the Prism app, breaking CCleaner, literally breaking all these fucking things. And nobody does it. Imagine that. My phone? Yeah, my phone. Other people's phones on the same network? Well, one other person's phone on the same network, and we all know who that person is. I don't really have to say it. I saw evidence of that several times. Many times. These double red things. I know. Expert gaming term. It's a shame that, you know, like, you guys didn't get the experience before I had to follow this shit out. Or fucking with my channel. Like, it really is a shame. Because, you know, like, that's the point, like, Hogwarts Legacy, they start screwing with my views on that, Alton views on that. And we know, like, even when I did my Hogwarts Legacy with mods stream, I got over 500 views on that, and then they just started halting it. Because they're like, oh, okay, he's gonna get lots of trending out of this. I almost got thousands on this one, and then they halted it for last epoch. And I've gotten thousands on games before. And I'm just not going to say what it was because they're going to sit there and screw with it. I guess that's what they do. So that's my point. Everything on this channel is working opposite. Doesn't make any sense. See how, like, the numbers are just solid at 3? How does that make any sense? Please tell me how that makes any sense whatsoever. When we're in a vertical swipe feed, we're just playing a game, and anybody at any time can come across the screen. How does that make any sense? How does that make any sense, man? Oh yeah. I know I had a synergy with Pyro, but I like this a lot. Alright. Hopefully you guys can hear me. It kinda seems like they messed up my audio again. Like again, it's just extremely ultra sensitive all of a sudden. And it's not like an update or something like that. It's just like screw it. Like it's obvious. Like I know sometimes like there's just an update, but I'll check those things. You know what I mean? It wasn't an update that did it. This actually happened. This is something like from before. It's not like anything new. I didn't want to pass it. I do like Pyro. Pyro is really cool. I like that he just has an axe. Nice. think that's cool. But then, like, he's pyro because, like, you know, it's like a fire axe. But, like, he then has, yeah, that's why it's a fire axe. And yeah, because it has the spike on the end. That's a fire axe. And so, like, that's the point. And like, then his abilities do fire and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. That's cool. Yeah, we'll do that. That's really cool. It's really useful. I think that passive ability may be one of the keys to, like, getting some of the more difficult ones, because, like, some of the passive abilities in this are pretty good. I actually do like that. I'm gonna do it for Pyro though. Trying to get to the healing. These stupid red things. Hopefully it seems like it's at a better volume for you guys now. I mean, according to my levels, it seems fine, but... like I said, that's the issue. It just makes it extra sensitive. Small. Is a very fun game, guys. This really is very fun. It's one of the most fun roguelikes I think I've played. Because it's a zombie shooter and it's a roguelike. I think it's just like so cool. only have 2 abilities for Ghost. Should get a third one. That works. Notice how the numbers are just like exactly the same. Yeah, you still see it. I guarantee you, like, it is normal. It's just they're making it. Try it. Like, again, they're trying to censor. Yeah, man. Well, they were trying to censor those streams, too. Yeah, like that. Let's get the fire exit. Blow torch. Girl. Finally got it. That is awesome. Doing some serious damage now. Yeah, there's censoring the trending. There'd probably be a ton of people. But yeah, what I was saying earlier, sucks. I got pretty far that time though. I see these people with like some real talent, but then like the problem is that like, oh yeah, see he's only 21, that's why. But the problem is that like they also feel the push to be a certain way because they see this cancel rhythm too, and they fear that they're next or something. Like they see a couple of streams not do well, and so you know, like it just hits them, you know, and so like maybe they see somebody doing something and it's getting a lot of views, so then they just go do that thing, you know, and that's what I see a lot of, and the whole point is that unless you have a reason for that. Like, let's say you're just doing it and you're trying to like, just pretend like it's normal or something like that. Like, unless you would have a good reason, I just think that, like, it looks a certain way. Now, you guys know with me, I just sort of, like, take walks. I did a couple where I jokingly made fun of a certain person, but it was supposed to be a joke, like you guys know that. And I also, when I'm like patrolling around and stuff and just taking walks, I'm not I'm not like filming my feet, I'm not doing the same thing, like I'm not talking about the same things, I'm not, like it's not the same. It is definitively different. Okay, so like all I'm saying is that guy literally just started filming his feet on a sidewalk, and he was like drinking stuff, filming the drink he was drinking. Like, come on, man. Like, all of us know what that looks like. So like that's the problem. Is like he has talent. He's good at those reviews, he's good at the guitar videos and stuff like that, but then you get what I'm saying, like that happens. And then like he goes down this whole road where he's just like gaming now, but he doesn't really know how to find his place because he didn't really have one to begin with. You know, like I'm not saying he shouldn't game, I'm just saying like it looks, a lot of his format and stuff just looks like it was copied from other people that did, like it doesn't look original. And that's why like he's not like, you know, 10,000 or 20,000, like, you know, like 365 or something like that, you know, where like that guy is absolutely original with a lot of his stuff, you know, like he's not trying to copy what anybody's doing, you know, anything like that. Or if he is, it's like obviously a parody, he knows it, and everybody knows it, and maybe there's even a reason for it, I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, he gets it, there's people that get it. And there's so many people that don't. focus on what I'm doing a little bit. This is pretty tough. I don't know if I did any of the other ones on a different difficulty. You know what I mean? I think I just like tried this one. So I think it's just that like my main character, the tank, is at like level like 100 something. I don't know, is this my combined level here? I feel like it is. Like the other guys aren't really that high in level. Speaking of which, let me go get. Let me try to get. Yeah, right. Oh, by the way, you may want to take down that stream or upload that got like almost no views, and YouTube probably did that on purpose. You may want to take that down, Ulrich, because I got news for you. Telling everybody on like educating people about like, all right, so the thing where you have a remote that the remote accidentally turns other things on too, like that's what we're talking about. Like that's where like you clearly don't understand that somebody's gonna do that. You know what I mean? Like, somebody else will do it. I can't say it, obviously. Otherwise, I'm just gonna screw around with it. I'm standing. You see where I am standing? I'm standing over top of a target. You see where the bomb is right here? That's funny. And that's me right there. Well, at least I missed it. Flash. That's cool. I like that. Oh, you know what? Crit plus 20%. That's cool. Let's do Ghost. He needs more abilities. He has just the katana. That was awesome though. That was fun. You know what, let me get some upgrades. Get some freaking upgrades. Permanent upgrade. I keep forgetting about this screen. I need to do this screen. Immune after hit? Yeah. Yeah. Where's crit? Yeah, I just wanted to at least do, because I do keep forgetting about the overall, so that could help quite a bit. You guys want to try one of the other ones? Let's try like a different difficulty on one of the other ones. Let's do this one. Change it to that. Or excuse me. I hope I get the engineer or something. That'd be cool. Yeah, I really love this one. This is a really good one. Highly recommend. That's fine. Little swap. It's probably hard for you guys to see, but I am on the correct difficulty. This is just the first map, so. But yeah, in the top left there, I think that's the difficulty that has like the little 2, the Roman numeral 2 there. Just lighting a candle. Lighting a candle. Alright, let's see. You know what? Let's do the grenade trail. That sounds cool. We'll do the grenade trail. Action. Alright, let's see. Yeah, it works. Break that pistol. Do I want Ghost or Pyro? You want let's do Pyro this time. We'll go with the same. Why am I taking damage at all? There's nothing hitting me. What am I taking damage from? Did you see that? I got health and then randomly took damage. I'm still just randomly taking damage. You see this, right? Doesn't appear to be any reason for it. Randomly taking damage. What the fuck was that from? What is hitting me? Like, ever. I've never seen that happen, and then it conveniently happens after I say I love this game. I love this game. This is a great game. I love this game. Imagine that. Just like all the other times we have interference through the game capture thing that, you know, again, runs trackers and runs cookies. Again, we know this. We know they disabled certain other things so that you must use that. So that way, that's the only way you can display your game. And then conveniently, again, just like all the other times where they de-escalate, they cause problems, make the stream look a certain way and stuff like that, by literally just sitting here creating something. Like, what is happening? Why am I taking damage? Explain. Nothing hit me all those other times. Like, just random shot out of nowhere while I was standing with no zombies around. Like, last time it happened, the one time it happened when I just got health. You know what I mean? Like, I just got health, just random. There was no zombies around. I just got health and just randomly just lost all of them. No zombies around. Fascinating stuff. What just hit me just now? Yeah, I literally just randomly took damage for absolutely no reason whatsoever. You saw it, I saw it. It was like a slashing strike in the air, but there was nothing around me. Yeah, like, what the hell? How does that make sense? See it? Did you see it come from absolutely nothing? You saw it, right? I hope you saw it. I hope you saw it come from absolutely nothing. Yeah, like literally, I intentionally got healing. You know, it's like literally what I intentionally got, and I literally am just losing health instead. How does that make any sense? Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, like it's this. Yeah, I don't like that. Like, I know what's doing it, like, but that's what I'm saying, like, it just, that's really messed up. Yeah, like, I can see what's doing it now. Wow. That should be scaled back. That's just... Yeah, that's too much damage. I want to get rid of it. Can I get rid of it? Like, I just wanted to try it, you know? I didn't think it would be... Jeez. Like, it's too much. Oh my god. I'm losing so much health now. That's okay, the game's still awesome. I just don't like that power up. I don't get it. That was a good power up then, so that helps. There we go. now. Ah! One explosion. Just one little explosion did that. That's why I didn't want that stupid thing that was lowering my health, because I knew that was going to happen. I was 5 minutes from finishing it, too. Doesn't it usually do something here? The heck? Doesn't it usually like add all the... Did it already do it? That's funny. Maybe it just already did it. That's pretty cool though. Got it done. Yeah, got it done. Why are we shifting the bitrate around all of a sudden? Wasn't shifted around all stream. Now it's shifting around like somebody's recording the stream. How interesting how after I report Scammer Payback to YouTube, my bitrate starts shifting around intermittently as if somebody is in here recording my stream. How interesting how after I report Scammer Payback to YouTube for harassment, there's somebody in here recording my stream. How fascinating. Just because I reported it for harassment doesn't somehow constitute me thinking that you're not doing this, you idiot. I'm still aware you're doing it. I'm creating a trail and showing the massive amount of times that you don't actually do anything or do your job, and then you're in here recording the stream, reposting it on a different channel. That's literally what you're doing. So I'm just documenting that. Yep, that's what I thought. I'm just reporting. One sec. Reporting all the stalking and harassment. find it interesting that on this blank screen, there are more viewers in here than we've seen in the entire time we were streaming. And all we're doing is sitting on a blank screen, not saying anything, no sound whatsoever. Yet all these viewers are in here. Gee, I wonder where they came from. And I wonder why it seemed to escalate, even though I had my mic muted. It seemed to escalate while I was typing and, again, talking to somebody. Pretty fascinating stuff, too. And almost like, again, they were trying to hide those concurrents, too, because it was broken until I refreshed it. So, again, are you going to sit here and pretend like you're not harassing real people on this platform? Or are we just going to sit here and do this dance all day? Where I sit here and I expose you, and you harass me some more, showing exactly who you are. Yeah, you're the one that goes on streams lying to people to scam them. You're the one that sits here helping the trolls, lying, creating lies for other people to believe them, saying that there's certain other things just mess up something. No, you're doing that. It's you. I've pretty much just all but proven that now. We can all see it. We all know what just happened. We all know who I sent reports into. We all know literally who can do these things. We all know what's going on here. How about you accept a little bit of responsibility for what you've been doing? Illegally, unconstitutionally. How about you just respect that I've called you out, accept responsibility for what you've been doing to people. Instead of what you should be doing, you're sitting here, you're screwing around with people. And meanwhile, you could help people, but now you're just going to make money and then pretend like you're not, but you're screwing around and harassing people. And you're getting information for it too. It's not right.